Hello everyone, I'm Ribbon City Meyer, a non-binary fairy PNGTuber, and welcome back to Witches x Warlocks. It has been a while. It has actually been a couple days since I played this. Let's see, I last played this on September 30th in preparation for October, and it's currently October 8th. So it's been about a week. But luckily, I've been a little busy, but that's okay. I've done a little bit of research, and I know, I know what to do here, what I need to be doing. So, as it stands right now, we have Glow, Insubstantiate, Scent Track, we have Fly from Carmilla, we have Night Creatures from Carmilla, we have Scent of Blood from Carmilla, we have Whale from, I forget his name. Zero, that's his name. And then we have Intimidate from Diamond. Or Damon, whatever his name is. Yeah, Carmilla's the only one I remembered. Doesn't that say something? Yeah, I have a little list here of what to do, so we should finish this game fairly quickly. So, to start off with, I'm going to need to learn Gentle Giant from Damon. And I believe that should be all I need for, yeah, that should be all I need from these, our three lovelies here. Although I am going to learn Crawl in Darkness from Carmilla because I like spending time with her. And I think learning a lot of spells will come in handy. Maybe not come in handy, but like, you know, it'll help. So, we're gonna do that. We're gonna start off with Gentle Giant.
No!
No! Raven? Are you hurt?
No way.
I broke my potion bottles and I'm not wearing any shoes or socks. Oh. I keep forgetting that does that. I stared at 1,000 pieces of glasses scattered on the ground all around me in dismay. I'm undoubtedly trapped. I'm gonna be here forever. I'm gonna miss my exams and the Halloween party. With a clenched fist, I tilt my head up and shed a false tear. I'm sorry to all the couples out there who will never meet, having been deprived of my matchmaking prowess. Know that my heart goes out to you. I love that this is kind of a dating, like, the fun thing about this game is that it's kind of a dating sim, but we're also a matchmaker. But we matchmake other people. It's funny.
Please.
Raven, don't be like that.
You see.
I can sweep away the shards for you. Damon opens her mouth and... Damien, okay, that's his name. Opens her mouth and sings a few notes. It's quiet for a moment, but before I can ask, I hear a scuffling noise. It starts coming from the corner of the room and the walls. Suddenly, from everywhere, mice. As they run towards Damien, they mimic the tune in their own squeaky way.
Wow.
Damien crouched down as they softly pet the furry animals.
Please.
Excuse me, friends, if you don't mind, could you please help us pick up this mess? Sure enough, little paws begin to swiftly and carefully collect the glass, disposing it into the trash bin Damien brings out for them. The kitchen is clean within seconds. Well, aside from the cheese, Damien happily sprinkles around for the lot of them. After they accept the reward, the mice clear off as quickly as they came.
Amazing.
Damien, that was amazing! You're like that one character from the movies.
Huh?
Not really. I get along better with creatures than I do with people, after all.
Right.
It must be because you're so gentle with everyone and everything. I can see it. If I was an animal, I sure would like to be around you too, just like we are now. They bashfully put their hand up on their left cheek and trace small circles on the ground using their toes. Aww. I'm not sure about that one.
A long time
It's just before I came to Halloween Town after my maker passed away, most of my companions were animals.
Sometimes.
Whenever I come across a creature on the road that was hungry or lost or being troubled by humans, I would help them out.
You see.
And in time, well, they would try to help me too. Aw, that sounds so precious.
Yes.
I want key animal friends just like you.
But...
But for as long as I can remember, small creatures have had a tendency to run away from me. Oh, you're probably just too energetic.
Well...
If you're kind to them and respect their boundaries, it's not too difficult.
Oh, then.
Though, if you'd like to call upon them and speak in a way they understand, I know a spell for that.
Yeah.
I really, really want to learn. Show me.
All right.
Alright, but if I teach you the spell Gentle Giant, you have to be careful with it.
Please.
It's not a spell to control another. You may only ask for favors of the animals. In exchange, you must offer them something in return.
No way.
You worry too much. Do I look like someone who would be even a little mean? You look into my eyes and smile. My own heart gives me a spook when it skips a beat.
No.
No, and that's why I trust you.
Well...
Additionally, abusing the spell will cause you to lose trust with the animals. If they had no faith in your bond, the magic would no longer work.
All right.
Got it. I don't ask them for anything anyway. Just talking to them seems neat.
Okay.
I understand.
It's simple.
The song I just sang is embedded with old magic from the forest. If you sing it, the animals that hear it will understand your intentions.
Oh.
Do you think you could maybe show me one more time then?
Watch closely, please.
Watch closely. I'll try and teach you to cast Gentle Giant. New spell acquired. I attempt to sing the notes that Damien had done, but I think I mess up a little here and there. Unexpectedly, Damien sings with me, and my solo becomes a duet. But still, no furry friend in sight. I cross my arms and pout. Is it because they don't trust me yet?
Wait.
No, look there. I turn around. From near the entry of the kitchen, a small black kitten walks up to us. When our eyes meet and muse at me, my heart melts.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, did you gonna talk to me? Thank you so much. When I speak, it pads over and runs my knees. I think I'm going to cry, and Damien smiles, gently patting my head.
All right.
I'll leave you two to it. There's some milk in the fridge when you're done. Damien leaves, and I spend the entire afternoon chatting with the kitten instead of getting any work done. But I think I'm on my way of getting my very own familiar, as a proper witch should.
The incomparable, the one and only.
At this rate, that failing the exams would be impossible for the wonderful, the incomparable, oh god, the one and only Raven Knight Shade of Dormamere High. Oh, here we go. Work. As I was stalking shelves, I heard some students snickering and whispering to each other. Somehow I got the feeling they were up to no good, but couldn't quite make out what they were saying. After removing my hearing, I realized they were planning to drop a darkness bomb so they could rob us blind, literally. I had to leave before they could do any harm. When I told Mr. West about the almost incident, he rewarded me for my trouble. No, Zero.
Yes.
Yes.
Well.
I've been thinking. I know very little about you, don't I?
That's right.
You know very little about everything. That is why you are in such imminent danger of flunking your exams and getting expelled.
Speaking of which...
How far did you progress with tonight's study plans? You've been by my side the whole time. You probably know the answer to that question better than I do.
Oh, yeah.
Do I? In which case I must warn you that unless you start studying seriously and stop wasting time asking inane questions...
Right.
That's just it. I fold my arms over my chest in the most exasperating expression I can muster. Zero isn't escaping this time.
Huh?
Like.
Whenever I bring up the topic of your past, you try to deflect it and change the subject.
Do I?
Yes.
You do. Zero, you're my oldest friend and I want to know more about you. But if you don't wish to tell me anything, all you have to do is say so and I'll stop because I respect your privacy.
Mm-hmm.
It isn't a matter of privacy. Let's let our feet decide.
Actually...
The reason I don't talk about my past is hardly that glamorous. I simply haven't much of a past to talk about. But you've been a poltergeist for quite a long time, haven't you?
Yes.
For much, much too long.
My earliest memories.
We're of haunting the north part of the graveyard in... the name escapes me. It was a quaint little English village. I remember the vane on the church steeple, a gleam in midday, and the low, sad chime of the church bell telling the hour to those whom time no longer meant anything. His eyes are hazy like the night sky as he reminisces about the distant memories of his past.
Oh.
Sounds peaceful there. He whips his head up towards me, my comment having him broken him from his trance.
No.
Peaceful? It was so unbearably boring that it drove me out of my mind.
Eventually.
One fine night I decided I couldn't stand it any longer and left.
Mm-hmm.
I went here and there, haunting whatever took my fancy. Lonely, windswept roads, crumbling, disused castles, and dark, quaking tarns. Sorry, hold on. I'm fucking yawning in the middle of trying to voice act here. Were you fond of those days?
Not a bit.
Not a bit.
In the past.
I was light and free and at a loss, so to speak. I drifted aimlessly wherever the wind blew.
Mm-hmm.
One evening I wound up here in Halloween Town.
Actually.
I hadn't planned to stay longer than I did anywhere else, but for one reason after another, I never was able to get around to leaving. Eventually, I just got used to the idea of living here. Is there anything you miss?
Like...
Is there anything you miss from when you were, from where you came from?
I've forgotten.
If there is, I've forgotten.
I
know I once missed my family and friends in the slow, bitter nights when I was alone. Now I can't remember their names or their faces or what their laughter sounded like.
I'm sorry.
don't worry.
Don't be. A lot of water has flown under those bridges, and a good thing at that. Gazing into Zero's eyes, which has become low and smoldering like embers about to die. Instinctively, I reach out to touch him, but check myself at the last moment. Zero observes this with a sad smile. What does that mean?
What?
What does that mean?
Well...
That the thing holding you is losing its grip. What does that mean?
That means...
It means my memory is weakening in my old age, which is pardonable, since I've been in Halloween Town long before you were even born.
But
you, my dear Raven, are young, and unless your memory starts improving dramatically, and with great haste, you will fail your Halloween exams and get expelled from school. Fine, be that way. I turn in my books in a huff, just as about to let my pen Zero speaks up.
thank you.
What for?
Never mind.
We spend the rest of the night in companionable silence. Okay. Let's see. I have Gentle Giant, so I have that done. I have everything I need. Okay, so, my best option right now is to work at the part-time job. I think I'm going to learn Crawl and Darkness from Carmilla, just to get some things from her. These are corpses. Okay. I'm going to learn Crawl. Oh my god, okay. Actually, I need to go... Yeah. I need, 2... Oh, really? Okay, I'll buy 3. And then... leave. Okay, and then... I'll learn Darkness from Carmilla. And then I will probably spend the rest of my time working. On each day I work, I meet Carmilla at the door. It's grown into a habit for us to meet outside before our shift and go in together. When I'm on time, of course. A short stride through the entryway is easily becoming one of my favorite parts of the day, but... Evil! Evil! There's a wicked beast in our town! I jump back, spooked by the sudden noise. A screaming figure lingers in front of the shop, shouting his lungs out. A pretender among pretenders! We must burn her, stake her, before she slays any more innocents. Are you okay? Be warned, young one. You are gallivanting with death herself. I already sense her taint upon you. Begone, thrall of vampire. In hindsight, I should probably know better than to talk to strangers. But there's something familiar with this particular weirdo, and he's blocking the door. Now he's advancing me with a crossbow barely concealed under his cloak.
Come on!
Oh, come on. Please don't murder me. I haven't even had my 1 millionth match yet. There is no sanctum for people like you. Do not hide from my cleansing judgment. I stumbled back a few steps when I realized that it isn't me he's looking at, but Carmilla. Whoops. She's gone. Embarrassing. Here, I thought I was the demon. Like when you think someone's waving at you and... Hold on, wait. He's after Carmilla. Help. I should call for help. I should... Wait, was that Carmilla that said that? Oh, never mind. His hand is on the trigger. He's going to take ghastly kebabs of us. Sir, please, can we talk about, Just as she shoots, Carmilla yanks me back. I'm about to scream, but I feel a finger on my lips and a warm breath in my ear.
Don't!
Say nothing. I nod, watching the wasted shot roll along the ground. My savior, Death herself, waves a hand. Then a thick patch of darkness soars forth and hides us within. I intently listen to how the man's heavy footsteps echo through the hallway, near and far. You can run, demons, but never escape! Time will not forget the dishonor you dealt me and mine, and I will scour the earth to see justice done. We wait until his footsteps fade off into the distance. Camilla drops the veil of darkness and walks in the store without a word. I stumble in after her, struggling to grasp what I just witnessed.
Well... no.
I don't want to talk about it.
Hey!
I do, you almost died. And he was like straight up hunting you. Who was that guy? Camilla sighs again, but this time she doesn't brush me off.
Well...
He is the Baron. or the Mad Baron, as he's better known. We have, as some would call it, history together. He's yelling a lot of mean stuff.
Yes.
Yes, well, it's his ancestors' fault.
Now,
A long, long time ago, the Mad Baron's ancestor struck a deal with me.
anyway,
It was simple. I never harm his direct descendants, no matter how annoying they are. In exchange, his family would cover up any accidents that might occur. She clicks her tongue in annoyance and shakes her head.
well,
If I had known how frustrating they would be to deal with, however, I would have never made that deal. Accidents?
yes.
I was young, once, and always as careful with blood as I am now. The
I,
Baron's family, well, if I did not take them, surely pestilence or a failed harvest would have. She looks away, mumbling in bitterness. Was that a tisk I heard?
well,
He's mostly upset because his house has fallen. Being terrible at your job could do that to you.
but, you know,
I mean, how is it my fault that his ancestors didn't do their cleanings properly? Even though Carmilla is pouting against his bit of guilt. Do you think he'll come back?
yes.
Yes, unfortunately for me, he's as stubborn as he is imbecilic.
I
Imbecilic.
have no idea.
Imbecilic. Imbecilic. Like imbecile. Stupid. I don't exactly know how he figured out that I work here, but now he knows we're affiliated. In fact, he may even try
so-
interrogating you. What a bother.
Really? Yes.
Yes, he's not evil per se, or so he should be pretty harmless to anyone who isn't me.
Well,
Of course, he's still, well, you know, like that.
I'm sorry.
Goodness, I'm incredibly sorry for getting you mixed up in all this.
Well,
It's okay, now that I know, he's not really as scary as he was earlier.
oh,
Oh, I have an idea. To make it up for you, I'll go over the darkness spell I used earlier with you. It allows you to cloak yourself in shadow. You may evade him like that.
yes.
Yes, I'm ready to stop, drop, and roll into the void away from that creep any day. I give her 2 thumbs up of approval and she smiles at my antics.
I'll teach you.
Alright then, I'll teach you how to cast darkness. New spell acquired. Camilla shows me the method. I thought she was just waving her hand, but the movement is really particular. When preparing the spell, I feel kind of like a ninja, or even spookier, a mime. A mime!
All right.
Oh, Carmilla, watch!
Darkness.
I practice forming small veils of darkness around the shop, each one growing a little larger the more I concentrate on it. It's small, but it'll do the job. Well done.
Yes.
I'll get better.
After all.
I didn't repel that guy in case he ever comes back for you, right? Oh, the chances of that are quite low.
But
You see, the neighborhood watch is quite exemplary at keeping his sword out. He does manage to slip by once in a blue moon, however, but, well, he won't get the best of me. Of that I have no doubt. Yay!
Come again.
Thanks, doll. Come see us again soon. The instant the last 2 customers leave, Carmilla hums cheerily to herself and locks the front door for lunch. I'm about to take the first bite of my burger when she turns to me with a sort of smug satisfaction.
Parched.
We worked hard this morning, did we not? I'm positively parched. I stared at her with my mouth open, a very appealing sight before clamping it shut. Parched?
Oh, you mean?
Oh, hold on. I'll grab your lunch for you. We can eat together. I go look underneath the counter in case she left a bag. There's nothing. Quickly, I race to the back, but there isn't anything in the icebox either. As I return, Carmilla eyes me full of amusement. Did you forget your lunch today? It seems so.
Whatever shall I do?
I look back at my own lunch, a leftover burger from last night's supper and a bottle of milk. I guess I could go halvesies. Well, if you need a drink, you can have some of mine. I thrust the unopened bottle towards Carmilla, but she immediately takes a step back like it's minced garlic, which I'm pretty sure it's not. What gives? Oh, no thank you, dear. Milk is not quite to my tastes.
You know?
It never really satisfies me, you know? She smiles gently and saunters over to me. When I look at her eyes, I see the same spark as when she looks at customers. It's chilling. I know what she's doing, but her voice is so hypnotic. It almost caused me my heart to skip a beat. But my darling little witch, you do know what would satisfy a thirsty vampire, yes?
Huh?
Blood? If it's bad enough that you'd want to enthrall me, I guess I could give you some of mine, but you owe me.
Right.
And it better not hurt. Oh, you're always full of surprises.
I feel
Even when you knew what I was up to. Oh goodness, I feel a little embarrassed. She lets away and twirls her hair around her index finger. Well, we're friends, and you're always helping me out, so I think it's the least I can do.
Oh dear.
You're so kind. Not to mention 100% right.
I promise.
I swear to you that I'll only take the tiniest bit.
Come
Give me your
on.
hand, please. Oh! Oh my god. I love it. I do exactly as she asks. With one of her satisfied little hums, Carmilla kneels before me and takes my hand, then gently presses her lips to the back of my palm. I feel a pinch for a moment, but then nothing but a little business. Carmilla lifts her head and licks her lips before moving a handkerchief from her sleeve, which she carefully wraps around my hand. Red berry with notes of chocolate and cream. You certainly like your sweets, don't you? You can tell all that from my blood?
I have experience. I suppose.
If you're truly curious, I suppose I could give you a pittance of my own. Few things upon the surface are quite as energizing as fresh blood when you have acquired the taste, of course. She does look like she has a lot of get up and go, but drinking blood? Alright, I am a little tired. Well, if it tastes as good as you say, a little wouldn't hurt.
I'm impressed.
How adventurous. I'm very impressed.
But,
But, my sweet witch, I was hardly serious.
you know?
To drink a vampire's blood is to become one yourself, after all.
Really? Yes.
Yes, so be careful what you agree to. There may be a number of benefits to vampirism, but you should think them over first. At any rate, I do know a less physical means of absorbing energy. It may not be as effective as blood, but it should provide a pick-me-up in a pinch.
Oh.
You mean like draining psychic energy? I waggle my fingers spookily at Carmilla, and she shakes her head, smiling briefly. Something like that, yes. It's a spell called Leech Life.
Yeah.
That sounds ominous, but let's get to learning.
I'll teach you.
Alright, darling, I'll teach you how to cast Leech Life. New spell acquired. Camilla spends the rest of our break instructing me on how to steal energies indirectly. It's a pretty simple process. All you have to do is lock eyes with your target after casting the spell, and you'll slowly drain their energy. Nice and straightforward. Not even I can mess this up. I haven't had a chance to test it, though. After she showed me, Carmilla wouldn't even look at me. The awkward silence stretches between us for what seems like forever. Shortly after our break, a customer finally shows up, and they're wearing a mean face that spells business. Hey, I want to return this! I blinked and quietly tapped the small board next to the counter sheepishly.
Well.
We have a no returns policy on every product in the store. Sorry. Why does that matter? My spell didn't work. I demand to see your manager. Our eyes meet and we sort of just stare at each other. Excuse me a second to gather my nose, but I decided to put what I've learned to good use.
Life leech.
Slowly, the man's shoulders began to sink, and I feel a bit of energy gradually wake me back up. Thankfully, after about 5 minutes, he just shakes his head and wobbles off without a word.
Yes.
Yes! Nightshade wins! As I fist pump into the air, I think I catch Carmilla smiling at me out of the corner of my eye. But when I go to look again, she seems to have vanished. Too unprofessional? Maybe I should be careful with the spell, she told me to. Not like I'm going to be leeching out the answers to the Halloween exams anytime soon. Yay! Okay. So, with that, I think I'm going to make potions here. Okay. So, I'm going to use a Carmilla, and I'm going to make 2... I need... Yeah. There.
Damien.
Damien!
Just a moment.
Just another moment. What's taking them so long? Damien, do you need some help? My question gets a very obvious answer when Damien appears near the top of the stairs with a large stack of books in their hands. Can I even see over that paginated mountain?
Apologies.
Apologies, I just wanted to make sure I had brought... Oh! I rush over as Damien trips over their feet, but it's too late. Aww, that one's adorable. They go over the banister and tumble down the stairs, landing in a heap of books and limbs on the floor.
Damien. No.
I dig through the books, but they don't move.
Damien.
Damien, are you... No, don't let me get accused of murder.
It's okay.
It's okay, I'm still alive.
Huh?
Huh? With a grunt, Damien stands themselves back up and dust off unseen dirt from their clothes. There wasn't a scratch on them.
Huh?
Huh?
I'm sorry.
I didn't mean to make such a mess.
Wait.
I'll clean it. Wait,
Are you alright?
you're quite pale. Damien, I cried crocodile tears until my arms around their neck to emphasize their horrible crimes against my sanity. They tensed a little at first, but I wrapped their arms around me not long after.
Don't you know?
Don't worry me like that ever again. I almost had to imagine life in the dungeons.
Thank you.
Thanks for your concern?
Yes.
But that looked like a really nasty fall. It's a miracle you're still standing right now.
Oh.
Oh, that's not a miracle. It's in the magic spell. Indestructible. Indestructible?
Yes.
When I was created, my maker took measures to ensure no harm would come to my person.
Wow.
Wow, with a capital W-H-O. Wow.
I could teach
If you're
you.
interested, I can teach you part of it. It'd be perfect for you.
All right.
Count me interested.
Excellent.
Wonderful. Now I won't have to worry so much. What was that again? Nothing.
Listen, watch closely, please.
I'll try and teach you how to cast Indestructible. New spell acquired.
Indestructible.
Suddenly a swelling feeling takes hold of me, then dies down. I don't feel much different from before. Of course, other than the sudden urge to perform immediate and daring feats to test my new capabilities. I grip both fists and hold them up in front of my chest in anticipation. Okay, I think I've got it. So I'll take the book to the top of the stairs and throw myself down.
Don't.
I think absolutely not. Aw. Wait, you mean that wasn't what the books were for?
Of course not.
Those are books
Well,
about magic theory. If you really want to test it that badly, here. Hold on, I'll get you something.
Don't do it.
Don't you dare jump down those stairs.
Yes.
Damien cast me a doubtful glance before walking away. A few seconds later, they emerged with a wooden plank.
Okay.
Please recast the spell and try punching this as hard as you can.
Impossible.
Now we're talking. It probably takes some sort of martial arts to break this plank if I didn't have the power of magic and Damien on my side.
All right.
So use this sigil and take this, Raven's heart-shattering comet punch. My fist goes through it like a hole puncher through a greeting card. I don't feel a single sting. Damien looks satisfied.
Excellent.
The spell should make you invulnerable for about 5 minutes each time you cast it.
Oh,
Although you don't have to name your attacks.
Why?
What do you mean? Naming them is the best part.
The incomparable, the one and only.
How else will people know it's the incomparable one and only Raven Nightshade doing them? You should try it too. If you say so, maybe another day. For now, I have some books to clean up.
phew.
Why'd I try to bring so many? Watching as they go to pick up the books scattered across the stairway, I decided to venture over and follow suit. Damien cast me a surprised look.
Oh.
You don't have to trouble yourself. I know you hate cleaning. It's fine. This is my home too, after all, and I owe you one for teaching me that spell and all.
Thank you.
As we work on it together, silence falls upon us and causes me to think.
Why?
Why would your maker want you to be indestructible anyway? You're not even a klutz.
Oh.
Oh, that's...
Well.
Well, when I was created, my maker was, not well liked in the neighborhoods we lived in. Humans used to throw things at us or try to chase us out. They managed to, sometimes.
No way.
Those bullies. I roll up my imaginary sleeves then and put on the most mean and serious face I can muster. When I'm done with them,
It's okay.
it's okay. It was a long time ago. Those humans have all died already anyway.
What?
But that was the reason why my maker always said we needed to have those thick skins to get through life.
Why?
So it made you the most impenetrable of all?
Yes.
I guess so. But as long as you're with me, even if you're not, I'll make sure to protect you.
Thank you.
That's very kind of you.
Right.
So I hope you can keep smiling without worries, Damien, my sweetest friend in the world. Aww. You avert their eyes from my view and shyly slide their hands behind their back.
It's
I'll try.
nothing.
Okay. I think that I am going to end it here for now. Thank you for joining me. I will see y'all next time. Bye-bye.